So to calculate the classification report using the cross-validation with 5 splits or folds, we are gonna use cross-validation score or cross-validate function from scikit-learn. This will allow us to evaluate the performance of the model across multiple splits of the data and compute the classification report based on all of these different 5 splits. But first, the first step here is to find the best hyperparameter of our logistic regression model. If you recall that we have done that for what we are gonna again recall that function to return to us the best hyperparameters. And then we'll also use the GridSearchCV, that we have used before to access the best params attribute. To do that, let's start, with coding on by starting saying that first step is to find the best hypermeters the logistic regression model. If you recall that we had that function to when we were trying to do grid search CV to find our best hyperparameters for the logistic regression. You recall that we have that stored in logistic regression best params dot best params. Let's call it now and see what were these hyperparameters. Now you might recall these parameter for the C value, for the localization, and the solver linear. Next, we are gonna create a new logistic regression classifier with the best hyperparameters or parameters that were returned, as you see, and evaluated using the 5 data splits. Okay, to do that, we're just gonna create a new classifier with the best parameter for the logistic regression. We'll start by, let me first put this step as create a new classifier with the best, say, parameters. Okay, for the logistic regression model. To do that, we're just gonna create a new value called CLF. Okay, that's gonna equal to the logistic. Okay, logistic regression, and we'll put these values that we have here on to, we'll call it like C. This is our best. We'll set this number here, copy and then paste. So logistic regression, we'll also put the solver as the next hyperparameter or parameter. Okay, let's put that into plus equal to liblinear solver. think we are good. Let's run this code. Now, let's start calculating the cross-validated accuracy for the logistic regression model on the 5 data splits. So we'll now, as I mentioned, we'll evaluate the accuracy on 5 different data splits using the cross-validation score. To do that, we can, just start here. So as we say that we are gonna evaluate accuracy score for the logistic regression model. Why is that? Okay. Based on 5 data uh, using cross validation. To do that, we just can start, finding a new cross validation, accuracy score. Okay, and we'll make it as equal to cross val score that has to equal to the to take the classifier that we just created with the name of CLF that contains the best parameters, and we'll pass the x and y. We'll choose the cross validation to equal to 5 folds, and the scoring, we are aiming at the accuracy now equal to the accuracy. And then let's now call the cross validation accuracy. Okay. Let's see what these results gonna return to us. Okay, it returned as a list of array that contains, let me read these to you. So on the fold one, on the first fold, it has an accuracy around 82%. So the next fold, it has around 90% accuracy. This is a data set, so it evaluates the accuracy on each of these data set or splits. Since we created around 5 data splits, now it's returning the accuracy score for each of these 5 splits. On the third split, it has around, say, 87, and then we have 88, and then we have 75%.